Bunkers for SHTF. Do you need one? Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. That's the topic today. Bunkers. Do you need one? Should you have one? Do I have one? Do I recommend them? Pluses and minuses. All those kind of things. All things kind of bunkers. Mine's hidden in those bushes. I'm kidding. I don't have a bunker. What are some positives? Let's start off on a positive note. I like being positive. So, what are some positive things about a bunker? It could be a storm shelter. It could be a something hidden under like a hidden crawl space. Lots of different things fall into the category of bunker. Basically, some kind of underground, hidden underground place that you can go to. Which I like the hidden part. I'm fine with. But a lot of these that I see these bunker companies making, well, they're not hidden because you have to have ventilation, right? Any of them have to have ventilation. There are ways to hide ventilation though, also. But benefits of bunkers. Okay, short term, great, thumbs up. No problem with bunkers. Like tornado shelters. Tornado's coming, go down the shelter, storm passes, come back out, hopefully your house is still there, your animals, your garden, all the things. But short term, I've spent some time on a submarine in the U.S. Navy and as crew, ship's crew, and riding them en route to missions. And let me tell you, if you've ever been in a cramped space with people for extended periods of time, it's difficult. It's not for everybody. And a bunker would be even way worse than that. Way more crowded, and way less to keep you occupied. Because there we have to operate the sub. The crew has to operate the sub. They got to do drills, they got to train, they got to maintain equipment, they got to do lots of things, and sleep, and downtime, and eat, and shower, and a lot of the stuff is done for them, for most people. Unless you're a cook, you don't have to cook, etc. Anyway, if you're in a, okay, actually that's a negative. Let me concentrate on the positives. A positive is that if there is some kind of like unrest or something, and you can go down in your bunker for a short period of time until it passes by, great, thumbs up. I thumbs up anything for short term, meaning like maybe 24 hours, maybe 3 days. Anything past 3 days, that kind of falls into that negative category we're going to talk about later on. Is the expense, or no, let's not go there yet. What are some more positives about bunkers? One good thing is you can use your bunker for a safe, secure area to put your food storage, your seeds, your freedom seeds, your other stuff that you don't want people getting to. As long as you have your intakes, your exhausts hidden, the entrance, and the escape hatches, the escape routes. You don't want to only have one way into and one way out of a bunker. No way. You got to have at least 3 ways in and out of a bunker. The way I look at it, and the way I would do a bunker. So all those have to be hidden, and you cannot be observed going into or out of any of them, because if you're observed, then somebody knows where your bunker is, and the people that dug the hole and put your bunker in place know where your bunker is, right? So sorry, that's a negative. Trying to stay positive here. Okay, positive. Really, that's it can have some benefits. But really, that's, I'm pretty much out of positives. I think extended periods of time in a bunker suck, no matter who you are. I think that they're vulnerable because then you're stuck unless you have a bunch of escape routes. If you have at least 2 other escape routes, then you may be fine. If they go far enough away and then come up behind concealment. Hopefully cover, but at least concealment. So that whoever it is can't see you. Better if it's cover, so they can't, do bad things to you. They can't deal out harm to you. Let me see. Cost is another big one. They're expensive, right? And the fact is pretty much you can't, unless you have an excavator and a crane yourself, you can't put it in place yourself. So somebody's not going to know where it's at anyway. Hopefully those people are legitimate companies that are reputable and they're not going to remember, or they'll have short memories about where people's bunkers are. I just don't think it's a sustainable thing. I would much prefer to use that money in many, many other areas in my preps than a bunker. Now, we're moving. Possibly Ozark area, possibly Oklahoma, possibly Nunya. Kidding, not being offensive. But seriously, some of those areas where we're looking at, we probably want a storm shelter, and that's fine. One of my ideas that might work even better than a bunker would be to, you have the established storm shelter. Okay, so a company put it in, they know where it's at. So what? Everybody has storm shelters there in that area, more than likely. So what I thought about doing is renting an excavator, buying an excavator, whatever it may be, excavating out the back wall, digging a big, huge area, and then knocking down the back wall, putting in a door, and then building a new concrete bunker structure behind it. Then recovering it up with dirt, stuff like that. You can plant your garden on top, whatever, it doesn't matter. Having at least 3, if not 4, escape tunnels from that structure. And then doing the door in such a way that it's completely hidden. I still have to brainstorm. Obviously, I'm far off on that. I got to get there and find lots of other things and stuff like that. But find a way to make that door hidden. So it's a secret door, secret tunnel kind of thing, you know? Raiders of the Lost Ark type stuff. No, but seriously. And then I would have to find ways to ventilation, stuff like that. But that could be our food storage, our pantry, whatever you want to call it. It wouldn't be a pantry, I guess. Pantry would be more in the house, daily use type stuff. But that's where we keep the bulk of our supplies. Obviously, don't put all your eggs in one basket, so I'd have other stuff everywhere else also. But it's an idea. And then nobody would know that it's there. They know your storm shelter, so what? Have bedding in there, you know, have the ability to live in there for, you know, still like a week. I still wouldn't call it optimal, but yeah, doing something like that might be an option. As long as you do it right, you do it safely and properly. But I don't like the idea that people think they're going to go into bunkers and, you know, it's just intake and exhaust ports, right? So I throw something down in an intake port that gasses you out. Some pepper spray bomb, something like that, CS gas, something like that. Then you're going to come out, more than likely. And they could stop. They could just shut, plug, clog the ventilation ducts. So you have no intake or exhaust. It'd be best to do the intake because you get no fresh air coming in, right? And then it would shut down your fan would overheat, probably explode, stuff like that, unless you turn it off in time. And then also, it wouldn't be difficult to locate, if you know what you're doing, to locate where the escape hatches are. I mean, you know it's pretty much going to come up in a, you know, probably a 300-yard radius, easily, probably a 100-yard radius. So it'd be very easy to locate. And it'd be very easy to just shut people in, and then they're just stuck in there. And then eventually they'd starve or come out and surrender. So that's just not optimal. I don't like necessarily bunkers. Not saying they're bad. If you have one, great. If you think it's a good idea, great. I hope you make the best of it, and I hope you guys are able to use it in a functional way that'll make your life better. But yeah, the cost, I'd much rather put the money into gardening, growing animals, working on my security of my homestead or of my area, and that kind of stuff. Like I said, Patreon, talk about security, defensive stuff there. A link's in the description below. But first off, you guys also, on that mindset, if you guys like the channel, please subscribe, please hit the like button, please comment below, and please share the videos. And go to all the other prepper channels out there and do the same. Help the community. We got to grow the community. I love helping and empowering others. That's why I do this. But please, yeah, bunkers, I give them a thumbs down, honestly. Not to say they don't have their benefits. They do have their benefits, but I'd much rather spend the money somewhere else. So anyway, I hope you guys like the video. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.